I believe this point probably can help someone, as it's helped us. The whole idea of not getting even with evil, or with evildoers, or with wicked persons or devils. A lot of times we'll say to ourselves, oh, so-and-so did me something, I'm going to get even with them. I'm going to get even with them. Don't even think about getting even with evil and with wicked or with evildoers, and especially if they've done you some wrong. Why? Why should you not seek to get even with evildoers? Because when you get even with evildoers, you become equal to the evildoers, even though originally you was the one who was done the wrong, even though originally you was the one who was victimized and was wronged. Once you begin to even think that I want to get even, and it's very important, the word, 'cause that's how the spell and spelling and the word and the meaning, that when we think that we want to get even with evildoers, we become just like the very evil and evildoers that we claim that we despise or that we hate. When we think that thought of getting even with evildoers, and it may seem like a simple thing, and we was meditating this and we said, yeah, that makes a point, but it's like everybody should know that, but everybody doesn't know that. Even ourselves, we thought about it. We said, wait, hearing people say, I'm going to get even with that person. And they're talking about how this person is so cruel and wicked and unjust. And then they seek to get even with that evildoer. And then they become just like the evildoer. And that's the trick of the enemy. That's how the evil forces, that's how Satan, that's how the devil wins in this spiritual warfare. Because one seeks to get even with the devil. Now, the teachings of His Imperial Majesty teach us that good over evil. In other words, that good over evil. Even the Bible teaches us the same thing, is that with our doing of that which is good and that which is righteous and that which is just. Now, just because we say that we don't want to get even with the evildoers, it doesn't mean that evil should have a free reign to do whatever evil or the evildoers or the wicked or the devils or the Satans would like. No, it means that we must be just. We must be righteous so that we can put it in proper balance, and the proper balance is good over evil. Is mercy triumphing over judgment? But just because mercy triumphs over judgment, it does not mean, my brothers and sisters, that there is no judgment. You see, judgment is still there, but we temper the judgment with mercy. But main point about this brief vlog is, and I want you to think about it for yourself, do not seek to get even. Don't get even, or seek, or even think, or even feel to get even with evildoers. Fret not thyself. Don't seek to get even with the wicked, or don't try to even get even with those who have hurt you or victimized you. No, because when you become even with the devil, you yourself become a devil. When you become even with the evildoers, you yourself become an evildoer, even though at first you was the one who was victimized. You was the one who was wrong. But by seeking to become even with that evil means that you're not above that. You're on the same level as that. And that is one of the subtle tricks of the enemy. And it begins in our spirit. It begins in our thought. It begins in our hearts and our minds. Someone wrongs us, we want to get even with them. And how did this creep into language? And how often have you said it? How often have I said it? How often have we've said that when we're wrong, we want to get even with somebody. And we give great passion and soul. We put psychic energy into that. And I'm gonna get even with you. I'm gonna get even with you. That means you know better than them. Just some food for thought, my brothers and sisters. Something that is a simple point of wisdom, you know. Yet, hopefully, it will help some of y'all and all of us. All right, my brothers and sisters. So, don't try to get even with the evildoers. And when you understand this, pass it on. Shalom, Rastafari.